Get it boys, Unpopular Opinions episode 2. Young Benji back at it again to educate your brains to some more shit you won't hear anywhere else. Today's episode is all about why you should take the grenade launcher over the RPG. I originally planned on saying that the argument between these two weapons was a lot closer than the argument between that of the scoped AR and the sniper, but that was before I went out and tried to get some clips with both weapons. Now I'm sitting here thinking that the RPG is just trash. Straight garbage can ass weaponry. I mean hell, I'll slow this clip down so you can see just how close the rocket is to him when it explodes. I can't even get a hit marker. I might as well have been carrying a tac shotgun. At least I could have clipped him in the head for like 6 damage on some dumb shit. I do eventually kill the guy in this clip, but that's only after I put away the RPG. Anyway, the first point I want to make to you guys about why the grenade launcher is so good is the fact that the gun counters building. With building becoming more and more relevant in the game, it's basically at the point where the best builder is going to win. This gun helps people who aren't as good at building beat players who are more experienced and have took the time to get really good at building. You can see in this clip here that I'm just spamming grenades at my opponents. Now I'm not saying that these players are ridiculously good builders, but what I am saying is there's no real skill required, and I managed to take out a whole team who are trying to build to defend themselves. I don't have to worry about them retaliating either, because they have to focus so much attention on making sure they're covering all sides with their buildings. This is because the grenade launcher is so spammable and the grenades are so unpredictable. There's a short clip of me on screen where a grenade bounces on the roof I'm standing on and lands behind me. We're eventually going to die to these players because we have no real way to apply pressure in this situation now that I'm low on health and they have a height advantage. I feel like everyone can agree that the grenade launcher creates a lot more pressure than the RPG does. I think everyone has been in that situation where they've had a player shooting RPGs at their base and you just sit constantly replacing your wall until the player stops. There's no pressure being created here as the RPG fires so slowly, and you can even get the chance to shoot back at your opponent and make them think twice about shooting at you again. Now I want to move on to talking about 1x1s and creating height advantages. 1x1s have been a massive part of Fortnite for a few months now. Being able to quickly build a 1x1 or build up to get a height advantage puts you in a massive power position over opponents, but a grenade launcher totally nullifies that advantage. Now the RPG is also good in this situation, don't get me wrong, but I feel because of the slow fire rate and how loud the gun is, it's a lot easier to react in a situation like this. This guy rushes to get the height advantage and leaves himself with a weak base, so I take advantage of his misplay and start taking out the bottom. You see I shoot my full round of 6 at his base, and I get that free chunk of damage that allowed me to run up and finish him off with such confidence. Now the best time to have either of these weapons is when you've got the height advantage. I spotted a player trying to shoot at me from the bottom of this mountain and I've made my way down. Once I get myself into a good position, it's pretty much game over for the other player. Even though he's put a roof on top of himself, it doesn't matter. There's no way he makes it out of this situation alive, unless he's one of the best 5% of the players in the game, and you can easily judge that this player was not great due to where he set up his base. While the rest of this clip finishes, I'll go through times where having an RPG will be advantageous over a grenade launcher. I know I bombed on the RPG at the beginning of this video, but that's because I've just came out of the game that clip was recorded in, and I'm still kinda bamboozled by the fact that it didn't hit. The RPG is undoubtedly better in a close range fight. With the explosion delay the grenade launcher has, compared to the instant explosion of an RPG, it's a no-brainer that I'd rather have an RPG in that situation. But you do have to be careful with an RPG. Whether you're fighting inside a building, or just a really close range fight, there's always that chance of hitting yourself with the RPG splash damage. I don't think anybody can say that they've never killed themselves with an RPG. Now I want to finish off by saying neither of these two guns require much skill, and I recommend picking either weapon up if you find it, but I definitely think you guys should be prioritising the grenade launcher over the RPG. Both guns are used for breaking down buildings and putting out high amounts of damage, but where an RPG stands out at close range, the argument can be made that it would be more advantageous just to get your shotgun out in that fight, whereas there's no replacement for the times a grenade launcher is useful. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button. If you're a massive RPG fan and you think I've got it all wrong, feel free to let me know why it's better in the comments. If you want to watch episode 1 of Unpopular Opinions, there'll be a link somewhere. I'll stick it on the screen if I work out how to do that, and I'll be back with episode 3 very shortly. I'm going to leave you guys with this little clip of me using the grenade launcher in an unorthodox way to get a kill. But anyway, this has been me, Young Benji, signing out. Peace boys.